This is a concept of the Walk Through Bethlehem to be held at Damascus Road Community Church for December 2013. As the guests arrive, they'll be greeted by the bonfire and the refreshments tent. It is a 20 by 20 frame tent. In the beginning of the event, from here they will be led by the shepherds. They will meet the shepherd guides, and they will be taken over to the angels. Current plan is to use the mound of dirt which is currently existing for the angels. If the mound of dirt is not there due to construction, we can use staging or scaffolding as needed. But assuming that the mound is still there, we will use it as the location for the angels. From the angel station, the guests will then proceed over to a 20 by 30 frame tent, which will be set up as the marketplace, just as it was on the back patio this year. The marketplace will include the Roman guards, etc. From this point forward, the guests essentially walk in a large circle all the way through the Walk Through Bethlehem with different stations. You'll notice coming into the center of your screen in the distance is the generator. We'll talk in a bit why its position is important. Of course, we need power for this. Proceeding around the circle, we come to the women at the well. The women at the well is a 9 by 10 frame tent with sides. We then continue on to a larger tent. This is drawn as a 30 by 45 pole tent. This will be Herod's station. Larger tent, larger location suitable for a king. Continuing on from King Herod's station, we come to another 9 by 10 tent, the exact same tent that we used this year for the blacksmith. And then continue on to an additional 9 by 10 for the carpenter. We then continue further around to yet another 9 by 10. This is a new station that is yet to be defined. Of course, we can adjust the order as we see fit. We have a storage shed, which will of course store all of the Walk Through Bethlehem props and is the inn for this evening. From there we move around to a collapsible lean-to structure. This will be mounted on pipes that will be driven in the ground and then built as a lean-to for the creche and have our nativity scene there. It is drawn here as an 8 by 8, but of course we can build what we need. We will have pipes sunk in the ground and we can completely remove it. Of course, next to it is the cross. From the cross we move over to the loading station for the hayride. When loaded on the hayride will proceed down the hill to the road that goes behind the cell tower, and the hayride will take all of the guests down to the bottom of the hill to the lower parking. It will drop off anyone that parked in the lower parking. It will come up the hill to the upper parking. It will then be empty and come back to its loading station to continue its rounds. Based upon the number of guests we had in 2012, likely we will need multiple of the hayrides, the combination of the number of guests as well as the distance to be traveled. Getting an aerial view of the entire set, we will pull back here a bit. Coming in on the right-hand side of the screen, you see the generator location. Likely this will be multiple smaller generators that we will borrow from the congregation, but it could be one large one we rent. The importance of having it in the center of the circle is this is structured so that the guests never ever have to step over any obstruction or cords. The angels will be lit from a lighting stand within the circle, and everything else is cords in areas that guests will never need to go. So this provides an aerial view of the Walk Through Bethlehem 2013 to be held at Damascus Road Community Church on the existing grounds. Thank you.